This is a general reading. What does Spirit want you to know? Bottom of the card today. It's the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe there's some sort of fortune happening here. Excuse my language. These two cards again. This is the third time. This is literally the third time that they've popped out in this week. I'm a little speechless here. So there's a very strong message here. So this is crazy. I feel like this is deja vu, but we'll go with, Six of Wands. If you're on a business venture, obviously there's bright futures ahead of you. Any kind of dream that you've ever wanted to have come true, basically, is possible. And in spite of any problems that you've had to suffer through, you basically win. And you're going to be rewarded for your hard work. There's a lot of bright things happening in your future with this card. Your ambition, your desire, your pure will out of, or maybe some pure desperation, whatever it is. You've reached the end of dark times. You're coming out of the shadows, you're coming out of a dark cave, and you're driving into a very bright future of sunlight, and you're going to be at the top of the hill, in a sense. You can expect a raise, a job promotion. You can expect whatever it is you've been waiting for, basically. You graduate maybe from school with honors, or you're recognized for the work you've done in some way. Treat yourself, if you know that you're in a place of success and you just won something already, treat yourself to a weekend at a spa, resort, camping, whatever kind of fuels your soul, kind of relaxes you, whatever, whatever really truly resonates with you in regards to healing, holistically treating yourself good. You've earned it. You might have met someone recently, that might be the man or woman of your dreams. It's as simple and as complex as that. Or maybe you're going to very soon. You're going to drive right into them without even knowing it. I just feel like there's a lot of fast-moving action, like there's a fast car going down this road, so it's nearly upon you, in a sense. This is not a long way away. You can expect something very very good happening very soon. Whether it's a person coming in with good news or a job, whatever the case is, it's gonna be really good for you. Your finances are definitely going to increase if you're thinking about what's going on with your work. Maybe the stocks that haven't been performing well are starting to take off again. You kind of gave up on even, caring, because it's been such a downhill, it's been a downhill ride for quite some time, maybe. And you're just used to just being in the darkness and suffering through it and just dealing with life and how hard it could be. But now you're driving into a different way of life, a lighter life, a happier life, a more successful life. So a life where you can relax and take a deep breath, however that is. If you like to go camping and be out in the wilderness, if that feeds your soul, or maybe it's going to the beach, walking, hiking, whatever it is, just doing something to give back to yourself now that you've been working so hard. And obviously, when it's sad to say, but when your career flourishes, sometimes your health doesn't, because you're focused on one thing at a time. We're only human. We can only do great at a couple things at a time. You know, you're gonna miss the mark in certain ways. So maybe your health is a little bit weary at the moment, or you've been trying to heal. You really got to pay attention to that a little bit more. Now that you see that you can kind of, you know, take your foot off the gas a little bit, trying to drive through such a dark place, you know, and get through to it. You know, you're there, you're through it, and you can kind of ease up on, you know, the speed and, you know, kind of take a joyride. So when you do that, your health is going to, you know, improve. Maybe you have some nagging physical complaints or just nagging physical ailments that have always been there, you know, and once you start to relax in other parts of your life, your body will relax, which will help. And obviously, if you're, you know, kind of falling off the wagon with your diet or something like that, like you're starting to feel like you haven't been eating well, you know, getting back on track, it's starting to treat your body good again, you know, eating the foods that nourish your body. If food is medicine, you have to think of it like that. You know, are you eating food for entertainment, or are you eating food for fuel? It's one of the two. Sometimes it could be both. And it's okay to have both, you know, but if you've been kind of, you know, not paying attention to that lately, because you're trying to, you know, succeed in whatever problems that you've been, you know, dealt with, you can kind of ease up because things are going to be brighter for you. So enjoy your triumph with, you know, whatever is going on, and realize that you've manifested, you know, so much. You know what it feels like to embody success. You know, it starts with the thought, it goes into action, dedication, ups and downs, you know, suffering through the ups and downs. You know, you have to fail a lot of times to become successful. It's not like a home run most of the time. You know, with people that are successful, they've failed plenty of times, but they just get back up. That's the difference. And that's the difference with this card. You got back up, and you've been so used to driving through such dark times and challenging issues that you've now reached a place where you can finally relax. Obviously, with the Ace of Swords, it's the same thing. You know, all of your willpower and courage and blood, sweat, and tears that you've been, you know, exerting for such a long time now. You know, you've sharpened your sword plenty, and it shines bright and it's piercing, and you know, you're ready to go forward, and you have a lot of confidence in yourself now because of it. You know, when you can, how you build confidence, you know, or self-esteem is basically, you know, putting yourself through trials and tribulations and, you know, learning from the experience, getting better at it, and then eventually you become a master at whatever you're learning. You know, it's the same way. You know, you're starting to master your intuition. You're starting to master being, I don't know what the right word is, being able to bounce back from hard times. If life knocks you down, you get back up right away and you brush it off. You have a lot of strength in you to reach your goals, and you're reaching your goals right now. You're in a place where it's like a new level. You're going to come into a new level of life, and things are going to be super bright and constructive. You're going to be able to manifest higher levels of things now. You know, you've manifested love before. Maybe you've manifested work situations or home situations or family situations. When you've done that a couple of times, you gain some sort of self-esteem, and you know that the only thing that's holding you back is your imagination. So you begin to think now. You're beginning to thinking with yourself and communicating with yourself about what it is that you want now. Now you have to create a new dream. You know, it's a mystery to you because it's like you've reached a floor that you've never been to before in an elevator, and now you're like, now what do I do? You keep going up, you know, but like you don't know what you're gonna expect or what you want to see or expect. You know, you're kind of rewriting your dreams, you know, and what you can accomplish, and you know that you can achieve things when you put your mind to it. So you are just kind of reconstructing what you want now. Sometimes this means like there's a lot of extremes in this card because, you know, two sides of a sword. There's a good and a bad to everything. There's a yin and a yang. You know, in bad situations you can find a good lesson in it, and in good situations you can learn to appreciate it for what it is happening right now, because you know that it won't last. You know, the quote, "This too shall pass." It goes, you know, both ways. Like, you know, when there's good times, there's going to be bad times ahead. And when there's bad times, you can know that there'll be good times again. So, just learning to be in the moment, you know, with life. If you start butting heads with someone because of different types of emotional extremes, or, you know how to navigate in a way where you don't have to burn bridges in order to disagree with someone. You know, this sword might mean that you just have a sudden, you know, romance or intense kind of encounter that might take you by surprise. It's kind of just like a knife, you know, like a cold knife that, you know, briefly touches your skin. It's kind of like a jolting, and you're kind of like, what is that? You know, it's kind of like that. It just takes you by surprise, maybe, and it pushes you into the future. If you're kind of just lingering around in your past thoughts about love, you know, or past heartaches, or just mistakes that have been made, this new light that whatever is going to come in is going to keep your mind focused on the future. And all of this is going to let you release this pent-up stress and anxiety or emotions that, you know, you've been instilling in you since you've been kind of, you know, gripping the wheel of, you know, this fast car moving through a dark place, you know, and you're holding onto the wheel with like a death grip. You know, like your body releases a little bit. The stress kind of goes away slowly because you can finally breathe easy, you know, and know that you don't know where you're going exactly, but you know that it's going to be good. And whatever plan you follow, you know, just kind of like sharpening your skill set, you know, in what you want to do, or just maintaining what you have going on. You know, maintaining health is a daily process. You can't just kind of like set yourself up eating salads for a week and then be like, I'm good for the next 2 years. You know, it's a daily thing. It's something that you have to practice and make it a habit. And in order to make habits, we have to believe that we really want them, or that it will really help us, you know, to keep someone motivated. So whatever it is, this Ace of Swords keeps popping out with this card. These two cards have been paired up for the past 3 readings, which is extremely odd. But there's a huge message here that keeps popping out, and it just means just hold on. You're right at the edge of, you know, a bright future, so much success. I feel like butterflies in my stomach because, you know, even though there's dark times and dark nights, you know, the light that you've created yourself through your, you know, sharpening your skill sets, and the light that you're going to see through the sun and success going forward is going to be so bright, and you'll be able to relax and know that your life will be taken care of in a sense, and you can overcome any obstacles that are thrown at you because you are resilient. And now's the time that you can kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the success at this time. You know, enjoy your reap the rewards of your willpower, and know that you're gonna have space to give love to other people because of your success.